Right, as he looks good. I got the controls.
Okay.
I'll
get my feet off.
Wags.
And he's wagging too.
Okay, that's his signal that he saw us.
Okay. Yeah.
Right now, with the wing down, I've got full rudder and full stick to get that wing up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But once that wing comes up, it's a normal takeoff from there. So there we go. There we go. All right. And we're flying. We're just waiting for him now.
Well, it doesn't take many feet to get this thing airborne, does it?
No, it doesn't. Similar aircraft. It's got a much higher wing loading than we do, so we're all the time. It feels like we're wanting to climb. So I have to keep forward pressure on the stick. Otherwise, if I don't, you see the nose comes up and we want to climb.
Right. Yeah. Then you're dragging his tail.
Yeah. So I want to try to keep his wheels on the horizon. I'm not looking at the tow plane. I'm looking out at the horizon and seeing that I'm keeping the tow plane on the horizon in the middle of the, trying to keep that rope drawn a straight line right through the middle of the tow plane.
Okay.
Now, at this speed, he's about a second and a half or 2 seconds out front of the 200-foot rope. So when I see him do something out there, it's going to be about a second and a half, 2 seconds, and we're going to do the same thing. And here in a minute, he's going to start a turn, and when he does, there he goes. I'm going to wait, and now I'm going to match the bank angle that he put in here, keeping that rope drawn a straight angle to it. Now I'm flying the same arc that he's flying and not cutting it short.
Yeah, because otherwise you're going to get slack in the rope.
Exactly.
Climbed over 500 feet then, correct?
We're over 1,000.
Over 1,000.
The median end is now above the tube. So it's 2,600 feet right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to have to really work on that one. Mike, you've got your feet rested on the rudder pedals, but really not doing anything with them at this point. It's all mostly aileron.
Right now I'm trying to stay in the middle, but for instance, we can do what's called boxing the wake. I'll show you what that's like. I'll go right down through the wake. There's the wake of the tow plane. Right down through there, and I'll come back up through it, and now we'll fly all the way around it.
Oh, wow.
Now,
that's amazing.
Come out here.
The wake that creates.
Now this is far enough out. The tail wheel's even with the main wheel on the horizon. Coming down. Right now I'm using a little bit of rudder out of this to keep the nose from being pulled towards the tail plane.
3,600 feet above sea level, not where we expect. So 3,600 feet is not our landing zone. 1,200 is where
50 is where our airport is. Right now we're coming up on 2,500 feet above the airport.
Okay.
We're going to get off though at 3,000 feet above the airport.
He always peels left, we go right?
Yep, that's standard.
Okay. Make sure he's no longer a factor before we start some maneuvering. And he's turning back our way, so that's good. We'll just keep our turn going here. Alright, we pull in a couple of notches of trim to be good. That was the heel on.
You can use your heel if that works.
I'm doing my heel.
Alright, so why don't you go ahead and take the stick.
Okay.
You got the control.
Roll Lordies.
Alright, so it's just like a video game, you know, with the stick. Now, that you know what? You know how to read the yaw string up there, the piece of yarn? Yeah, I'll take the controls here for a second.
Okay.
We want to fly this thing at about 50. That's our best glide speed.
Okay.
Here to the left. Okay. Now, what the yaw string is telling us is that we've got the airplane flying straight into the wind. And we say, sure we do. Well, I can use the rudder, and now if I push right rudder, look at what that yaw string does. It's not off. We're flying sideways through the air now. So you want to step on the side where the knot is, or tied to the tube, to bring that yaw string right back into the middle. Now,
when you say step, are you using rudder pedal or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, I want you to take the controls, and I'll work the rudders right now.
Okay.
All right. So to speed up, we just ease the stick forward, and it'll speed up. So let's ease the stick forward. Like that. She speeds up. So slow it down. You pull the stick back. Slow it down. So right now, you got the stick. To make a turn, you push the stick in the direction you want to go, and the plane will bank. When it does, you put the stick back in the middle, it'll continue to bank. When you want to stop the turn, you'll level the wings out by pushing the stick the other way. So let's make a turn to the left here. I'll give it a little left rudder and you do. Okay. Now, put the stick back in the middle, let it turn. Alright, now, push the stick back the other way, level the wings out. Now, I don't know if you noticed or not, but as you started the turn, the nose wants to drop a little bit. So you have to pull back on the stick to keep it from dropping. So it's turning to the right. See the nose drop a little?
Yeah.
Back a little. There you go. Just like that. Level it out.
As soon as you finish the turn, it
wants to come back up again, yeah.
Well, my speed picked up to a lot more than I was expecting.
Alright. Let's go ahead and let you just make some turns as you want to here.
Okay, we're gonna, I guess, I'm gonna do a right turn here.
Make sure you clear before you turn. You didn't have it doing it now, so it's not something you have to unlearn later.
Yeah.
Okay, now, I want you to follow me on the rudders as you make a turn, because I'm going to have you start using the turn. So let's turn to the right. Feel what I'm doing with the rudders here. Look at the yaw string as we turn. So let's make our turn to the right. If you do, I'm adding rudders to keep that yaw string right in the middle there. Add a little bit more. Good thing. Now we're back. Now let's stop the turn. I have to give rudder with the stick. See how you do that? You move the stick, you have to move the rudder as well. Right back in the middle, alright? So I want you to start using the rudder and the stick together. Okay? You got it.
Well, I don't want to go too far to the left, so I guess I'll do it to the right here.
Correct. Okay, more rudder, more rudder. Keep that string in the middle. More rudder, more rudder, more rudder. There. You see how you do that now? The plane gets a lot cleaner. It speeds up. Not flying sideways anymore. Okay, go ahead and stop the turn. Okay, go ahead and make some turns, however you want to do it there.
Woo! That's... Oh, wrong way.
Let's go back on the stick a little. There you go.
Wow, it doesn't feel like I'm going. That's so weird.
Okay. Now you look off to our left down there. See there's an intersection. There's that L-shaped building with the white roof right down below, right off our wingtip down there.
Yeah.
That's where we enter the pattern. Well, another 500 feet, so we don't want to get too far away. So
okay.
So you hang around here. That's fine. Go ahead and make your turn.
Left-hand turn around here then?
Sure.
Okay. So I want to do left and then left rudder as well.
Yep. Coordinate them together. There you go. You're speeding up. Go back on the stick gently. There you go.
Oh, that's weird. It's going to take a while to get used to that. Can't feel the rudder pedals real well.
You're right. It's one of the things you'll get a feel for how the plane is feeling rather than where the rudder pedals are. You'll feel that if you're not coordinated, it's either you're falling to the inside of the turn or being pulled to the outside. All right, let's do a turn here parallel to the road, to the left, to the right, to the right,
to the right. Okay. Oops. Get my speed back up.
As we do, we're going to start our pre-landing checklist. I'll take the controls and you start your pre-landing checklist.
Okay, pre-landing, looking for traffic, left, right, anywhere in the world, no guys flying. Okay. Wind direction and velocity.
That's calm still.
Okay. Runway choice.
It's going to be 11 right.
I'll take your word for it. Gear down.
And
it's down on this one, in place. Spoilers.
Okay, reach up there, grab that spoiler handle, rotate it down.
Rotate it down.
Pull it open.
And pull it open.
And look out there at the spoilers. Make sure they open. Now let's close it. Now we'll keep our hand on the spoiler handle. Okay, down. What's that?
Speed.
We're going to fly about 60, so go ahead and push the trim off. Just let the trim go forward. Okay, I want you to take the controls now. Fly it on this heading. Our traffic, fly it at 88. Keep entering on a right 45 for landing runway. We're going right, Lake Elsinore. Alright, I'm going to fly this heading. We're going right now. Good pitch, good heading, looking good. Nose down a little bit. That's good. That's good. Just a little. Fly right about there. That's where we want it to be. Alright, you got the control. Now I'm looking at our touchdown point, which is, you can see where that third strip goes between the takeoff runway and the main runway there. That's where we're aiming to touch down. So now let's turn downwind, which is parallel to the runway to the left here. Okay. Good. Level it down. Looking back at our touchdown point, we're looking.
Now where's that touch point again? Where are you talking?
Well, you see, where the runway that we took off on is that little short where it's diagonal intersects the other runway.
Yeah.
And there's a little strip of dirt between the two of them down there. You see that?
Okay.
That's what we're aiming for. You may not be able to see it. All right. And that's about 45 degrees behind us, fellas, and we're going to turn our base with it. That looks pretty good there. So let's turn 90 degrees to the right. Get our speed up a little bit. Turn 90 to the right. There you go. Now, we're going to look out to Make sure no one's on final out there. That's going to be a problem. Have the jump plane get ready to take off. It's not an issue, not a factor. So I want you then, when you're ready, to turn it to the right and line us up with the runway, the first runway there.
The wider one.
No, this one right
The closest one.
Okay. Easy forward on the stick. There you go. Now, see how we're going to the left a little because the wings aren't level. There you go. Now we're using the spoilers to control our glide slope. We're not pointing it at the ground with the stick. We're using the spoilers to come down. So keep the nose down. Keep the nose down. Okay. Now level the wings out a little bit. There you go. And now ease up on the spoilers. We're going to fly it right down close to the ground. Now, ease back on the stick. Ease back. Right there. Hold it right there. Now we're going to let it land. Hold it right there. Just like that. Close up the spoilers and let it roll so we don't have to drag it so far.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Now, normally,
So now where your brakes go? Yeah, well, it seems like we're going really fast.
Normally we'd stop in the runway, but I'm just trying to save us a few steps into the day. All right. Cool. All right, stop.